Alright guys, welcome to another beer review, and today we're venturing once again into Beer 52's Poland box, and we're looking at probably one of the most well-known and renowned sort of Polish craft breweries. That is of course Pinta, and this is a bottle of the Vermont IPA, which is the American IPA, obviously, clocking in at 6.1%. I've already done, well, I didn't do a review of it, I just drank it when I was having a barbecue. I did the hop lager, which was an IPL, and that was really damn good, so I'm interested to see how they go full hop with a beer. But yeah, cool looking label. This is one that's done the rounds, I'd imagine. Definitely think people have tried this one when they've got the opportunity to. But yeah, get to try some Pinta, and massive thank you for Beer 52 for giving the UK craft community a nice little glance into the Polish craft beer, because it's, you can get it in some places, but it's still quite hard to get hold of some Polish craft. But yeah, cool label, there is the crown. And let's get this opened. Going to work in about an hour or so, so I'm on late today, so I can't exactly drink when I come back from work, so I'm going to have a couple before I start. Probably not the wisest option, but it's not like I'm going to get drunk, is it? Let's be honest. Okay then. There we go. Pour all the rest in a little bit later. In terms of the appearance, it's not as hazy as you would expect it to be. But that being said, the beers like Pliny the Elder, I've found, when you look at photos, they're not exactly juice bombs either. And those were beers like that and stuff like from The Alchemist. Sometimes they're not exactly, vibrant and luminescent, yellow lava lamp light bulbs, do you know what I mean? It still has a nice level of haziness to it, but it still maintains that lovely dark amber tone. And it certainly looks like a lovely IPA. But even with that little bit of an aggressive pour towards the end, just got a lining of a slightly off-white head. So this almost reminds me of what I'd call a West Coast IPA in terms of the appearance, but it still looks damn good. So let's see what we get on the nose. Oh, it's got lovely, dense, chewy, fruity tones with a little bit of a dark caramel sweetness in there. You definitely get the malts coming through on this one, which is really nice. It just balances out that beer nicely. Yeah, it's got a classic IPA aroma, but with just a slightly more refined fruitiness. So it's got that perfect mix of resiny sweetness with a bit of a tropical twist. Gentle citrusy tones in there. It's got this slightly spicy rocket herbal edge to it as well. But it certainly smells like a beer that you remember from having 2 or 3 years ago, just with a little bit of a contemporary twist on it. And I'm not sure how long they've been brewing this beer, so I'm just, it's all, what's the word? It's all up in the air when it comes to that sort of stuff. But it smells lovely, it really does. It's got it's those classic aspects of it that I really enjoy on the nose. So let's give it a taste. Cheers. And it does lean more towards what we've really come to expect with IPAs. But, and I love this flavour, you get a nice, strong, dank, oniony, garlicky, sort of fermented pineapple sort of flavour. It's very low carbonation in this beer, but it's not a still or flat tasting beer by any stretch. A little bit of a resiny oiliness to it as well. I mean, amazing drinkability for 6.1%. So, Vermont IPA. More delicate, more juicy and more hoppy in aroma than typical American IPA. Fermentation with English yeast strain enriched the hoppy profile with interesting notes of white and stone fruits. Short lagering process and double dry hopping created this fruity and hoppy beer. And then the hops are, it's just said it. Oh, where's that gone? I'm sure I saw it. Hops are Citra, Centennial, Mosaic, and Columbus. The malts are Pale Ale. I'm going off terrible information here. I'm doing a really bad butcher's job of reading this, to be honest. It says it right there. Water, barley malt, hops, yeast, and then it tells you what hops they are with the Citra, Centennial, Mosaic, and Columbus. I say it, it's like it's got the classic genetics of like the really good IPAs of like 2, 3, 4 years ago, but with a little bit more of a fruity edge to it. It's nice and dark. And these are IPAs that I love to go back to every now and then. I've said it plenty of times. I've really come to love fruity, tropical, sweet, juicy, chewy New England style IPAs. But I love these IPAs that still have that hoppiness, that still have that resininess, but they have the bitterness and you know that it's a beer. And this is a damn fine example. It's those subtle, dank, savoury tones which really elevate this beer for me. I mean, is it the greatest IPA that I've ever had? No. But would you turn down like a 6-pack of this? Hell no. I'd want to, drink these on an evening barbecue with friends. Whatever the situation, whatever the company, whatever sort of food you've got there, it's just a satisfying, classic tasting IPA. But you still get that forward thinking with it. And I'm getting like loads of fermented, slightly bruised stone fruits in this one. It's like a medley of like, they've just thrown the fruits out. They're still edible, right? But you can't exactly sell them. So they were going to go to waste, but you eat them. You can like mash them down, incorporate them into other sorts of foods. That's what I'm sort of getting with this. But it's still got that freshness to it. And I was a little bit put off as I was putting it, admittedly, because there was really no carbonation in the glass. But you don't need it, because it's got a lovely bold body. And yeah, that's a damn fine IPA. It's the aftertaste I really like on this one. So in terms of a rating then, on the Vermont IPA from Pinta, I'm going to give this, I'm going to give that an 8.5 out of 10. That's a damn fine job, and it's got, you know why this brewery is iconic. That's 2 beers that I've had from this brewery, and I've really enjoyed them. I'd love to see what some of their like imperial strength stouts were, if they do like smoked beers or something like that. Just a little bit on the darker end of the spectrum. But yeah, fantastic stuff. And you definitely get that sort of like English yeast. Lovely breadiness in there. Like where the crust has just caught a little bit, but it's not burnt. That's a lovely flavour that I'm getting as well. So I've waffled on for way too long. Beautiful little beer, 8.5 out of 10. If you've tried it or any of the other beers from Pinta, then let me know your thoughts, opinions. Beers like this remind me of when I was really, getting into this sort of stuff. Like, I'd drink something like that 3 or 4 years ago, and that would have actually blown my mind. It was like the first time I tried when Brewdog, were doing they did that American IPA for Tesco's, which was just like I think it's like a slight tweaked version of hardcore. That's what it's reminded me of, but without that ABV, and that was a damn good beer back in the day. The recipe now that they've got for like hardcore and one, I can't remember what it's called, is a little bit hit and miss for me. But yeah, this is like something, if they were to release this, well, if they were to release it now, it would sell out in the UK. If that was available in your local bottle shop, I could imagine that being taken off the shelves. But it's like, it reminds me of like Brewdog Web Shop, but in the best way possible. Do you know what I mean? Where you're getting into it, and you have access to these weird and wonderful beers, and it's like, oh, do you know what I mean? Jamie's probably going to turn that into a GIF. But yeah, really can't fault it. And it's something a little bit different, and I love that. And I'm glad that Beer 52 decided to bring this beer over. They could have easily brought like the juicy, hazy New England style IPA with them from Pinta. But they've brought something that's a little bit of a throwback, but still has that forward-thinking mentality. And I think there's a place in our community for that. So yeah, I want more beers from Pinta. I want more beers from Poland. And if you're interested by any of these beers that I've shown from the boxes that I've received from Beer 52, referral link is right at the top of the description of the video. Click on that link, get yourself a nice discount on your first box. Helps me out as well. And yeah, Beer 52, I've said it pretty much every time I've recorded a video the last couple of months. Going from strength to strength. Let's forget about that South Africa box, let's be honest. Not the greatest example. Well, bit of a missed opportunity, solid beers, but this more than redeems for that. So anyway, I said I was waffling on like 4 minutes ago, essentially, and now I'm doing it again, and I need to go shower and get ready for work and try and get the smell of alcohol off my breath. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you've tried it, let me know your thoughts, opinions. If any of my friends and fellow beer tubers have reviewed it, their links are down below. Check out Browar Pinta, check out Beer 52, check out my IPA playlist, and hopefully you'll come back tomorrow for another beer review. And now I've said that, I've probably ended up going back to releasing the beer review every second day, so consistency is my enemy. Thank you all for watching, and I shall hopefully see you all later.